In the last part of activity 2.2.3, you're going to disable the FTP server that's running on the web server. Um, it FTP I've used quite a bit for moving files onto computers. It has its place, but it's not the most secure, and if it's not really necessary, it should be disabled because the more things that you have open, the more likely that a hacker can find ways into a computer system they're not supposed to have access to. So we're going to actually use a different uh, kind of part of the management service here. So let me close out what we had so far. And what we're going to do first is go to Server Manager. So that means we're going to have to go all the way back to where? Oh, I have to close this. Right, there we go. Here's the Server Manager. Sorry, I was lost for a minute. We're going to click on the Manage button. And we're going to be removing roles and features. We're not going to really do too much on here, so we're going to click Next. We don't care about that. The only thing that should be selected here is the computer that we are on right now, the target. So I'm going to click Next again. And here are things in here that we could be editing. Now, on the first page, there is nothing that I think we want to change, except this, the FTP server, right? So the FTP server is currently on. We are going to want to disable that. So we're going to uncheck that. And then we'll hit next. And then you don't need to change anything on the features page, so you're just going to click next again. And then we want to restart the destination server automatically if required. Do you want to allow the start? Yes. So I'm going to hit yes. And then we're going to click remove. And then it's going to start the removal process. Now, something that may happen here that will seem a little bit frightening at first is it might kick us off the web server. So we'll see if that happens or not. So it's in the middle of removing the feature. I know this is very exciting. And what we will do once this is done, removing it, is we're going to test to see if, yep, see there it is, it happened. We're going to test to see if the FTP server has been disabled by trying out FileZilla. So we did that. Yeah, so we're going to reconnect again, make sure it has rebooted correctly. Let's see, this may take a minute or two because I believe it's rebooting the entire Windows server right now. Yeah, okay, try it again. Usually boots up pretty quickly. Let's see how long it takes. Oh, there it goes. See, now it's rebooted. It's actually doing some updating of settings here. Alright. A little bit slow. Hopefully it'll be done in just a second. Okay, I expected to see the server manager still be open, but I'll look at it again. I'll click. Oh, you see, there it is. Very good. All right. So I open up the server manager again. It's almost done. And it says success. It has been removed. Great. All right. So let's see that that actually is something that happened. So I'm going to go off of the web server, back on the client. I'm going to open up FileZilla. I don't want to do any updates. And I'm going to try to connect to 172.30.0.15, our server. And remember, we had anonymous login without a password, which was very dangerous. When I click Quick Connect, it's going to try to connect to that web server over FTP. It says it's trying to connect. And we should get an error message in a moment saying that FTP connections have been disabled. Yep, there it is. Timed out, could not connect. Try again, but it'll never be successful because we disabled the FTP server. All right, so that is how to disable FTP on an IIS server.